Saturday morning in the fall, beautiful and at the height of weather and beauty and serenity. That property, I think, is in its most glorious stage, and to be there with our friends, learning how to be kinder to each other in our marriage, it's almost celestial to be there, really.
I enjoy the nature. I love being out in nature. I think you can get so much from being outside. You can feel the spirit easier. It's so peaceful up there. I think it's a nice way to get away. And we could camp out this time probably, pull that one off.
Well, the first year that we went on this retreat, Carol and I took a little pup tent, and it was little. And we camped out overnight, and oh, it was a blast. And it was very cozy, but in the morning, I'm turning over in my sleeping bag, and my sleeping bag is following me. And I'm looking down at my sleeping bag, and I am stuck. I am glued to my sleeping bag. And I turned to Carolyn and I said, "Carolyn, were you chewing gum last night?" And she says, "Yes." I said, "Well, what did you do with it?" "I spit it out." I'm like, "You spit it out in my sleeping bag."
No, I put it in the garbage sack above our heads.
It ended up in my sleeping bag. Luckily, it didn't get in my hair.
It's a blast, even, to camp out. We've gone from sleeping in a tent to the next year sleeping in the pavilion to last year we stayed at the Holiday Inn. But it is really fun to go up, and it is a great, great experience.
We've loved going on the canoes. I think we even did a night with the moon out, the stars. It was really great.
What we liked about it was there was a lot of variations in the food.
I always love food. Food's never a problem for me.
Breakfast was delicious. Chocolate-covered things.
Chocolate fountains are a good thing. They are.
We will attend the retreat again, and only this time we're going to do the whole thing. You didn't know that. We're going to go do the whole thing.
Okay. I decided to attend the retreat because she made me. Describe the retreat in 1 to 3 words.
Well, it was amazing. Inspirational, motivational. We feel a lot of gratitude because we know the hours and hours put into that.
What's neat is to see the show that was called Fireproof.
I enjoyed that show too. In fact, after the retreat, we went home and looked it up on the internet and bought it because we liked that show so well.
We had a great time with the dance instruction. That was a really fun part of the evening. We had taken a dance class together at BYU and really kind of struggled through that, and we did much better this time.
The country dancing and all the new dances that we learned while we were there from the Keens, kind of do a move or two and then sit down, have a drink and have some goodies and come back and dance some more.
It was fun to hang out with people in the stake and friends, and to just chat and be away from kids and to just enjoy that
good.
Like uninterrupted adult time. And we went over to the obstacle course and played around there.
It was a date, and we're encouraged to continue to date as a couple. And it was a worthwhile date, not just go to dinner and go to a movie where you don't get to talk, but you get to talk about each other. Sometimes you go and you talk about kids, or you talk about, what happened during the day, or what I need to be doing, or, stresses in your life. And this time it was more to talk about us and what we can improve on.
And just have a few moments of retrospection as to what was meaningful to our spouse and what was some challenges that we might face in our marriage that we can work on together.
Last year, what I enjoyed the most was actually the speaker who talked about temple covenants, and I still remember it to this day, thinking about how we sacrifice the natural man on the altar and all the symbolism for the temple, and that pavilion of the temple was amazing.
When you hear instruction and they give you some counsel with spiritually minded things involved, it just, I think it's more of a lasting help with our marriage rather than just something that, here's a tidbit or here's a gem that you can, try these 3 steps and you'll have a happy marriage kind of thing. There's always more, and the speakers are in tune. But I do remember walking away from each one with a couple of goals of things that I know that I need to do in our marriage.
And I just can testify that they prepare, they pray about this, they want the marriages to work because Heavenly Father wants them to work. And so they can't help but get the inspiration on what they should say at this point in time to our stake members.
It was just so nice to sit and not, have someone toddle over and ask for mommy or daddy, and, not be so tired from the day that it's, you're just so shot and I just don't want to talk, I'm so tired. But we had that chance just to communicate, and it helped me remember how important it is and how refreshing it is to open up that way and take stock of our relationship, of our lives.
I've never been in a stake that does this before, that has an activity where the focus is on marriage, and that they have activities that support that, and it's a great thing. If you're thinking about going but not sure that you want to, or you think, oh, this is just for people whose marriage is in trouble, that's not true. Our good friends, lots of good friends went, and their marriages are not in trouble. It's a great activity, so if you're thinking of going, you totally should.
Yeah. And I love how the stake focuses on, the heart of a family, the husband and wife. It's, it starts that way, and cars need to tune up, even if they're running just great. So a marriage would need the same thing.
I would say a beautiful spiritual experience for sure.
Peaceful time away.
Definitely would go back.
On behalf of the Stake Presidency and the Stake Marriage and Family Relations Committee, we want to invite you to come join us at the annual marriage retreat that is going to be held at Aspen Lakes on September 21st and 22nd. We're very excited about this and excited about the opportunity that we will all have to come to this beautiful setting and to spend quality time together, to participate in lots of fun activities, to gain insights about how to strengthen our marriage, and to have some time to talk together as spouses about our marriage and about strengthening our marriages. All of our relationships with one another require an investment of time and effort. And the most important relationship of all is our relationship with our spouse. And so this is a wonderful opportunity to come and invest some time with your spouse in building your relationship together. If we fail to invest in relationships, especially in our marriages, the pressures of the world tend to pull us apart. Unless that trend is unchecked, we find ourselves feeling like we've fallen out of love. Well, why has that happened? It's happened simply because we didn't invest the time and effort to nurture that relationship. And so that's what this retreat is all about. So we invite you to come. This will be a fun time, a great opportunity to strengthen your relationships. And we look forward to seeing you at Aspen Lakes. Hope you can make it.